not a jungle option for them. But now that Homeboys have seen the draft from Team SMG, they decide, okay, the Grok in the roam position is probably safer, and they will give the Lapu, a really strong hero for diving the backline, over to Suppa. This is also a hero that can threaten the Brody and is not vulnerable to the corrosive strike.
Something happened there and I missed it out.
Oh, that is kind of interesting. Looks like Warlord might have moved around the map a bit too much to respond to Team SMG's potential aggression.
Yeah, he's going to hit level 4 regardless, but now the 50-50 Smooth's in so much trouble. Flickers out of the way with a split just in time as Barbosa gets on top of Stormy. It's going to be the Martis who secures it for Team SMG. Subway starts things off strong with the first turtle. You know, spec into splitting up the points, just focusing on movement speed and some raw power. Feathered Airstrike already coming up as the purple buff has been taken away by Subway. It's not looking good as Chibi is about to get a kill for it. Yes, take my purple buff. I'll take your head. Subbot with a Raging Slash already finds another pick on his side. Barbosa for trade, but Sasa left out to dry.
Mid-game time, but they gotta make something happen quick, and that's what they're doing.
Yep, Barbosa instantly getting taken out. Torn apart memories to secure the kill. Feathered Airstrike coming out as well.
They gotta avoid making the same mistake they did before.
Yeah, and Smooth already using the split super early on. This could be a really good opportunity. Subbot is going to try his best to zone out his target Stormy, forcing out the real world manipulation, but the Feathered Airstrike gets cancelled on the opposite side of the map. They're doing the exact same thing, but Chibi is so much more healthier, and Smooth doesn't have enough to survive. The puncture is going to find it. Subway looking for a target to decimate, but nobody is low enough to make that happen.
Homeboys are ahead right now, so they do need a lot of resources to actually threaten Barbosa from invading.
Yep, Warlord limit testing the damage of his Feathered Airstrike.
Oh!
Someone is so nearby to commit with the Raging Slash. Flicker coming out of Smooth as well. It's going to be the real war manipulation that's going to keep him in place, and Smooth with a split globules is able to hop on top of it. Perfect timing as limit testing has now turned into an absolute disaster for Subbot on him, looking to try and find the trade back, and Sasa being collateral damage unnecessarily by Pixel Brush.
It feels like Team SMG's movements are not as clean as usual. That was definitely a bit of a mistake from the Homeboys about diving too deep, but you can't really blame him. He could have gotten that kill on Smooth if he didn't flicker away. But then SMG seems to have stayed a bit too long for no reason, hoping to get another kill. And now they're contesting the turtle.
Yep, Smooth. He still has that split available. He knows that Warlord used that Feathered Airstrike earlier on, so now they're getting on top. Balance actually trying his best. Subbot flickering forward, and maybe we'll get this kill on the south side. He finds it as Anip flickers for the kill too. The dive is successful from the Homeboys, and the neutral falls into the hands of Team SMG. They back out. Anip! No! He ends up dying at the worst possible time. Decimate secures him, and Barbosa trying to run away, but Balance is going to keep up with the chase. It's going to be the Thorn Rose that slows them down, but Stormy with no mana can't back them up, and the Feathered Airstrike comes off a cooldown.
Planned Balance, so they know where the rest of Team SMG are. Homeboys dancing around the Lord Pit. A lot of ultimates still available, and here they come.
Feathered Airstrike has already been committed. Barbosa sees Sasa. He could zone him out. Wild Charge? No. He's holding on to his power of nature. Subbot has to go with the bravest fighter into the middle of that fight. Quickly gets the damage reduction just in time as he gets pushed back by Subway. He's too low for the fight. Warlord focus forward just to ensure the kill, but no, finds nothing. They've got the objectives. They've got what they've wanted. Homeboys just take the dub, take the Lord, and move on.
Homeboys, really good positioning right there, making sure that Team SMG isn't quite able to dive the back line. But a lot of that is also coming down to the conscious decision of Team SMG.
This is very disciplined from both sides. I mean, there's obviously some autopilot moments, but when the moment matters, Balance finds an opportunity to get the pull onto Warlord's side, but nobody can follow up with the damage. Subway is the only one, and he has more than enough with a Decimate. They find the most important target on the enemy side, and now they're looking to stagger these waves. A good attempt by Team SMG with a profit too.
Yeah, Team SMG is honestly really good at using these situations where they should be getting pressure to catch their opponents off guard. They're doing it again.
Yep, the Barbosa, he should be guaranteed to die here. Sasa gets a free kill for himself, and finally, he's able to get a positive KDA, while the top side gets staggered by Smooth on this glue.
And Balance, I'm offended, definitely going to take a little bit longer. Homeboys currently have control over the Lord.
Yep, Feather Airstrike coming out at a very awkward time, but good enough to zone away the rest of the members. Subway gets on top of Subway. He wants to buy as much time as he can. Feather, oh my god, Warlord somehow gets this kill onto Smooth side before he gets the split done. And now the real war manipulation gets the trade initially, but it's going to be Chibi who secures the Lord.
The Lord crashing. We're gonna see the defense right now. How good is it gonna be?
Yep, they have to give up the inhibitor. The charge comes on through. Subway still staggering to that mid wave. And this should be a clean defense for the side of Team SMG. Homeboys, without that feathered airstrike, they're very helpless in these situations. Like, yes, it's great siege, but you're not really gonna get too much without it.
They're positioning.
Oh, well, let's see how this is going to break out. Without that wall charge, there's not much of a threat. Subpot is dealing with Subway at this point in time. As Smooth gets into the backline, he's on top of Anip. Barbosa already down with immortality, and Subway at 1 HP, so low. GB actually going down before Subway! And now, does he slap the Decimate? No, there's no Decimate! They've won the team fight! 2 are already dead! Subpot trying to clear the waves. GB on the run, and Sasa not going to give it up.
I cannot believe that Subway did not pop his immortality. Subbat will finally go down. Mega kill. Lord is taken by Team SMG. I don't know how they've managed to turn this around.
It's Smooth, man. Smooth got on top of Anip, and then it all snowballed out of control. Barbosa couldn't close the distance. Subway, does he have his retribution? Okay, thank God he does.
Just go for it here. Smooth gonna zone out Homeboys. Team SMG making a potential comeback situation yet again. This team is so good at this. What Chibi is doing there, look, cutting the top wave, making sure that they only have to deal with 2 lanes here as Team SMG makes the engagement.
They crack open the inhibitor without much work. Barbosa's going to get out of there. Feather Airstrike going to be committed too. Chibi joins back into the fight, and now it's the opportunity of a lifetime. He gets slammed up for a little bit, but Subway is able to finish off the kill onto Warlord's side. It's a 5v4 situation, but with no minions, and especially with Smooth on the opposite side of the map, it's just the regular 4v4.
Are we actually going to see the trend continue right here? SMG pressuring the Homeboys. The 3K net worth lead is now theirs. Windtalker for Sasa. He wants to end this. He's going for structural damage. Homeboys, can they defend? There's no Lord. Barbosa forced the flicker.
Yep, they have to deal with the minions. They have to do it the old-fashioned way. And Homeboys, they're going to laugh a little bit. Yes, we're down on Warlord, but he's coming back in 20 seconds. 20 seconds is all the time we need to clear up these waves. Stormy, keep your eyes on him. His real world manipulation is really going to matter here. Last inhibitor finally falls. Subpot taking so much damage comes from Smooth. Bravest Fighter is now back up as the Beer Passion committed. Oh, Subpot trying to push Smooth back in under the fountain. They pull on back, but the next wave is already there. And this could be it. Sasa looking for an opportunity, but Warlord is back up, forces the flicker out of it. Bandit's Rage also coming up as Anip is still alive and flickers in aggressively. With storming down, Homeboys make a successful base defense.
At this stage, goal difference no longer makes a difference either. It is all up to positioning. It's all up to whoever can find the right angle. Anip and Sasa need to go.
All right, talking about going here, Smooth, he's looking for an opportunity. He sees Anip, he wants Anip, but he's going to start off with Warlord, forcing the members back. They get mid lane control. GB and Subway, 50-50 here. Come on, you got to regroup here. Oh, GB, he's starting to give up that little bit of space. And Subway jumps in with the Bravest Fighter. Barbosa lands the initial hit, and it's going to fall into Subway's hands. GB now has to back up. Subot is done for. They have to leave him out to dry. Winter Truncheon immediately purchased, and the Decimate coming in from Subway. This is their moment of opportunity. They cannot waste it. They see Barbosa. They slow Barbosa. They're going to make sure that Barbosa is going to have both feet on the ground. Warlord and GB come back into the fight just to save their teammate's life. And you can see that Anip is in the back line. Sees Smooth. He has to cut down the split as Barbosa has 50 more seconds until he comes back up. The Winter Truncheon on Warlord. This is not good. He's dead. And Team SMG have found the opening of a lifetime.
Sasa is still back here. GB trying to cut off the wave. He could be the Homeboys' last hope. Sasa flickering to follow him. Will they get him?
They got him. They got him. That's all said and done. They're going to make sure that GB is down, and Anip, left to his own devices, cannot deal with Smooth alone. Not with his Lord so strong. Bandit's Rage barely tickling him.
The full series curse is real. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 5 once again. The most competitive season of MPL MY continues.